Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Loving Odd. Today we are going to review a Marvel Legends X-Men 97 reissue, by the way. This is a reissue. X-Men Wolverine. Now, I was a bit hesitant on this. Now, real quick, this figure came out in 2020, and they did it. Now it was over $90, and they had the VHS series that was also over $90. Both of them were just $90 and overpriced. The time resellers and on Amazon, it just kept going the price higher. And you could get these now on Target. I recommend it. Get it at Target, and it's only like $44. I got mine on eBay for like 30 bucks, and I got it for a good price. Got it for a good deal, by the way. But you could find more good deals on eBay. But yes, it used to be 25 when you pre-order it, but now it's well, $40 to $30. But anyways, I was a bit hesitant, and I want to look at the package because again, the package looks good. My box is a bit damaged, but I don't care. We're gonna do a review. It looks very nice. By the way, I want to just talk about, there's some details about this figure that I notice here, and I notice here, and I notice here that are completely different. First of all, the mask is way different from this mask. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the shape, and mine is a bit messed up. There's some paint a bit scratched up, but we will just open it, okay? Now again, package very nice. I like it. I don't know if I want to. I kind of want to collect Magneto, maybe Storm. I love Storm. She's a fucking badass. Holy shit. Anyways, but Wolverine is my favorite. So it's a nice looking package. It's beautiful and it's great. All right, now. Oh wow, you can just open it. Oh, I thought it was gonna be messed up. I was actually just gonna try to rip the whole thing, but no, it just came out perfectly. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna move that to the side. I don't know if I want to keep this, but it looks pretty good. I think that dude who sold it to me had a little bit opening, a perfect open right here. Now, we are gonna look at his hands. Now, he looks completely different on the box. Now, I want to show you. I want to show you. Actually, I'll show you after we look at the figure. So you get two fisted hands, and I always want him just to have his fisted hands, but I feel like they don't do that because for some figures of Wolverine, they would always take up too much space. So of course you're gonna have to put the little hands. Oh, sorry, we're gonna look at that later. You're gonna have to put his fist hands instead of his claw hands to just save up space, which makes sense. But for me, I feel like every figure should have a gripping hand or fist hand. Depends. But these are very nice, very well painted. It doesn't match. I was gonna save this for the layer for the Wolverine figure, but if you look closely, these are completely. I don't know if you could tell, but these are way completely different blues than what we have. This one is a bit like it's not bright as much as this. I don't know. I don't think some people are talking about it. Some are, I think. I don't know. I hope so, because this is a reissue. Marvel Legends. I feel like you should have had the chance to repaint this. We're going to talk about that because I know with the Mafex, or Mafex as people say, but I say Mafex. It sounds better. They did a Superman Hush. Well, it was from Batman Hush comic, and it was the Superman reissue. And they fixed his cape, they fixed his belt, they fixed a lot of problems. And it kind of makes me sad that they didn't fix some of the problems with this figure that I have problems with. So, of course, this one, another problem. I don't have an unmasked Wolverine. I have my other Wolverines, actually. Crap. Well, we would look at those. Anyway, so it's just the same mask that we've been having for what? How long have we been having this mask? I don't know, but it's been. I feel like they should give us a new mold or something, but I feel like they would probably be too lazy. Or I feel like you really don't gotta change anything. But to me, I feel like, oh, didn't even mean to. I feel like they should do something. I don't know, because maybe I'm just being too picky. Anyways, okay. Now the mask head sculpt, I have a problem with. Now, it doesn't match. Okay, before I continue, this head sculpt, if you look at it as a Wolverine figure, if you look at it as a comic accurate figure, if you look at it as the most, if you don't think of it as 97, to me, I'm just going to be thinking of it like as my comic. Because, I mean, of course, it's comic, it's shows, connected, all that shit, so might as well. And, of course, if you look at it as just a Wolverine head sculpt, it looks good. Like, it's fine. But if you see how his mask is sculpted compared to this, it's too straight, it's too perfect. Wow, this has a certain like edge to it. If you see, it would be a perfect jawline and then like cut right there. I don't know. How long have they been using? Is this a new head sculpt or what? Please let me know, because I actually don't have this head sculpt of Wolverine, so I'm actually pretty happy about this, and I don't even have a Tiger Stripes Wolverine. But, okay, so, yeah, I wanted to talk about that, because like I said, I do have some problems, and I feel like Marvel Legends, or just Hasbro, they should have just fixed it. Come on, y'all guys should have fixed it. So, now, the head sculpt, it looks nice. I love his over-the-top ears. I remember people say that, hey, doesn't it look like two Batmans kissing? Yes. Anyways, it looks like a good head sculpt until you just look straight ahead. What does it look like? Not the Batman kissing thing like people said on the internet. I'm talking about the middle part. Look. So I've made sure on other people's reviews. I have to bring this box so much. I'm sorry. Because I do have problems with this. And so many people, I don't think they're talking about this enough. The middle part is not painted. Wow. This part of his nose is painted perfectly. Painted very well. And of course, in the middle, look at the front cover. In the middle of his nose, there's no black middle part or whatever. Now, is that gonna stop me from enjoying the figure? No, it's not gonna stop me, but it's just, man, I do have some problems. There's gonna be more what the blah, blah, blah. I can't even speak English. I can't speak English because how many problems I'm gonna have with this figure. I'm not gonna hate it, but I do have. It's a review. I'm gonna have to be nitpick. All right. So of course, it's not bad. He does have a little. When I first saw this, I did not realize that was supposed to be like facial hair. I thought they messed up paint. I thought they accidentally put black paint. And then I looked at the box, and then I rewatched the 92 show. I'm talking about the original show. And I don't remember having this stubble. But then when you look at the 97, I mean, well, in the Days of Future Past episode, he had like a lot of facial hair. But this is the 97. It's different. So, yeah, I thought it was just messed up paint, but it's just little stubble. And we're going to talk about his lips, because his lips are so defined, and so it kind of looks like he put lipstick on. I got to be honest. It looks very well sculpted, the lips, but it's just, we're going to talk about that. And of course you can see his nose. How the hell, what the hell? How are you not going to put yellow paint? How are you going to put yellow paint right there, but not right here? Come on now. Come on. Now, of course, we're going to take a look at the figure, which I'm more excited for, but, I ordered this a couple weeks ago, and it got in the mail yesterday. I was a bit hesitant, but of course I wanted to do the NECA reviews if y'all want to take a look and see. Oh, apologies. I had to drink some water. Wow. Again, I'm going to be talking about a lot with this, and I hope that's not... Okay. Yeah, so on the nose, there was some black paint right there, but it was just some old paint. Yeah. So, we're going to be talking about... There's some things about this figure that I like and don't like. Of course, the head sculpt. It's a very well sculpted Wolverine head sculpt, but if you want it accurate like the 97, it's really not. With the bottom of the mouth part, and of course the shape of his well, what did you say? Ears? His cowl? But now we're gonna look at the figure itself. It looks nice. It looks good. I like the look. The tiger stripe is not my favorite look. I know, a bit controversial. I know. Whoa, calm down. You didn't let me finish. I like the brown suit, and then second, the tiger stripe. I was gonna get the Secret Wars, but then I was a bit hesitant. I know it was supposed to look like the toy from the 90s, and then they reused the body for like another another X-Men set that they're gonna release, and they didn't change the middle part, and it's lazy. Hasbro is being lazy, and they just shrink it down. They don't even change it, try to make it thick like how it is in the comics. So they're just reusing a body, and I was a bit hesitant on using that because they're just gonna reuse this body for the Secret Wars. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get the 97 one and roll my dice and see how it is. Now, before I continue, oh wow, that was just easy to pop out. All right. So the head sculpt, it looks nice. It looks like Wolverine. I love his over-the-top hair. It's so, I just love it. All right. It's so good. It's very wonderful. I know some people were saying, I don't like how many detail it has. What? Excuse me? How much detail there is? It's nice. It looks good. I know. I don't know why people were complaining. I'm not sponsored or anything like that shit. I don't care for that. But for this head sculpt, I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's a pretty damn good head sculpt. At the time, I was a bit hesitant because I'm like, I don't know about this head sculpt. I don't know why. I don't know why. Back in the day, I was a bit off with the head sculpt, but it's very well detailed. But this is the part where we're gonna talk about the lips, because I wanna bring this. So, of course, his lips very well sculpted, but not a lot of details. What I mean is, with his lips, look how, wow, he just looks like he's wearing makeup. I'm sorry, he looks like he's wearing makeup, or maybe he just put on some chapstick. I don't know, but his lip should have just been like that. Even like on the box, I'm gonna have to bring the box again. I apologize, but even on the box, it looks a bit light. It looks a bit. Hold on, I'm gonna have to move all this. It looks a bit lighter than what it shows in person. I don't know if y'all could tell the difference. I don't know. I hope y'all guys got a good angle of that. I apologize if y'all didn't, but I noticed that, and yeah, there's gonna be more things that we're gonna talk about this, but since might as well, I want to put on the head sculpt. Why is it tight? Hold on. All right. Okay, looks good. I like it. I wish he had more of an angry expression. I wish he was more angry, so we didn't have to look at those chapped lips. So, yeah, his lipstick lips. I don't know. I think they look very well sculpted. I gotta be honest, it looks very well sculpted. But it's just, I don't know. I noticed that, and I'm like, huh, why does it look way different than it does? I mean, wow. Both head sculpts do look good. Like, if you don't think about this as the 97 Wolverine, if you think about it as a comic Wolverine, which I'm just going to be thinking about this the whole time, you'll be fine. You're going to be okay with this. If you're not going to care about the problems that I'm going to talk about, then you'll be fine. But we are going to talk about it. So, very sculpt-wise and color-wise, it looks good, but on the box, it looks way brighter. The yellow still looks good. I still like it, the yellow, but it should be a bit brighter than what it is. Anyways, so, of course, we got his little tiger stripes, which I like. Very nice. And, of course, we got his little X-Men belt. And we got some... are these new legs or old legs? Probably old legs. Please correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know a lot about Marvel Legends. I know a little bit, and I know sometimes they reuse or not reuse sculpts. Depends on what figure. But, yeah... I don't mind it. I like the legs. I like how they actually sculpted. I thought they were gonna just be a bit lazy and just not basically do this, where it looks very awkward and weird. So I'm glad that they actually sculpted, and it's very nice. Of course, the boots as well. I also find out that the feet, they're new. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, here we go. Okay, I also had to make sure that there was a swivel on the boot. We're gonna talk about that. I'm sorry, we are not gonna jump ahead. Anyways, so I know that they sculpted new feet for Wolverine, which is good. I like. But the color looks nice. But ooh, this is where we get the problem. What is this? Look, Marvel Legends. I'm gonna, what? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get the bag of Wolverine and just pour random body. Hold on. Yes, the Age of Apocalypse. Hold on. Because I'm gonna compare these bodies. Who cares if it doesn't have a head? Who cares? We'll be fine. We're just gonna look at it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is wrong? So, I'm gonna push this to the side. Again, holy crap, I have to bring this box so many times. But, so, it looks like he doesn't have hair. Well, hold on. It looks like he doesn't have hair on the box, right? But of course, that's just the top of his arm. Then the lower half right here, you see some hairs. You only see a little bit of hairs. Now, don't get me wrong. I love that over-the-top hairy look for Wolverine. I don't know why some people complain about it. Shut the fuck up. Apologize, but I'm just saying. And they should have... Okay, here's the thing. I like the paint. I like what they did here, but that's supposed to how it looks. But with this one, he's supposed to be less hairy, all right? He's supposed to be not too hairy, even though I like my hairy Wolverine and I don't mind it. But what they did here added too much, but they got too lazy to not paint it, which I find it very, very disappointing. You could probably think, let me try to think, maybe when some people's skin tone matches their hair, because I used to have friends that would match, like their hair would just match, and you wouldn't even see their arm hair, and it would look very visible. So maybe you could think about that. I don't know if you had any friends or any family members that have any type of arm hair like that. But anyways, so here's two things that you could do, Hasbro. You could either, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all, toy collectors, boys, girls, teenagers, ladies and gentlemen, grandpas and grandmas, dogs and pets, cats and dogs, I don't care. I want y'all to pick A or B. Now, A, would you rather have it sculpted but not even painted? And I like it sculpted, but not painting it? Or would you rather have a painted but not sculpted arm? B, I would rather have painted arms. Why did they do this? Y'all asked for pinless, but y'all forgot for arm hair. Come on. Holy crap, I don't know. There's other Wolverines that have painted arm hair, and I don't know why they didn't do this. I know as I'm doing this video, I know they did the Gamerverse, which is such a stupid fucking name, by the way. And they had the what was it? It was the Silver Samurai, right? Versus Wolverine, and it's a new body and everything with some parts. And they had painted arms, and I'd rather have painted arms than, well, sculpted. Come on, I'd rather have it painted than just sculpted, because y'all guys are gonna put the effort and not do anything. Also, too much arm hair. It should be a little. Like I said, I do love my Wolverine with a lot of arm hair. I don't mind it. But with this particular Wolverine, he didn't really have a lot of arm hair, as I showed you on the box. So that's very odd to me. I don't know why they did that, but yes, I wanted to complain about that, because like I said, this figure looks good until you look very closely to it. So we have arm hair problem. We have the face looking like a lipstick. We have some paint job problems. I mean, we're still going to talk about more things. There's still more to talk about, okay? I just wanted to get over that. Anyways, so, as usual, Marvel Legends. But, of course, if you don't have one, if you wanted to get this one as your first Wolverine, then good. I'm not saying it's not a trash figure. Of course, I'm not saying that, but I'm just having some problems. The problems that I have, you're probably not going to have problems and you're not going to care about it. So that's good. I'm happy for you. But I just want to give my honest opinion and do a review. Collector-wise, in my eyes, I always say it looks good and I'm glad to have this in my collection. But review brain, I'm just like, no, I gotta be honest. So, of course, you can look up, you can look down. Now, I should have done this with the Logan head. I'm probably just gonna keep it on right now. I don't know if they have different I would say I don't know if they had too much like space, because sometimes they would give you enough space on the neck to give you a good range of motion just to look up. But I don't know. Does it feel like Wolverine could look, Logan's head could look better, or? Or wait, hold on. There we go. All right. So, all right. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna like display like this. Oh, anyways, they both look good. Okay, all right. But now we're gonna just keep going. We got butterfly joints. You get a good range of butterfly joints for both arm. So you can have a good jump. I feel like with these, it's kind of stopping it, his shoulder pads, because if you look closely, right here, this is where the end of the butterfly joint would end, and then you have his shoulder pads, and then you move it, and then unless you will still get it, but I just want to make sure if it's not messed up and if I won't scratch it up, because I don't want to mess this figure up, even though there's some paint jobs like right here, some paint problems right here. Right there, that little spot. I looked at it. I know it's some of y'all wouldn't care, but to me, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, oh that kind of distracts me. Anyways, but it's still a good looking figure. Still feels good. But anyways, you can move his shoulder pads if you want. It goes that far. And also on little hinges, I guess, right? Anyways, and then again, the arms. I don't know if I want to just use a Sharpie and just use this for a prototype for a custom, but I don't know. I'll probably just be fine with this. I'll probably forget about it. I'm gonna get like the Mayfix Deadpool Wolverine, Hugh Jackman Wolverine that I saw photos at a Comic-Con or whatever crap it is. I don't know, some convention. Correct me if I'm wrong, and it looks good. So I can't wait for that. So I don't know if this is gonna be like my definitive, probably a definitive comic book Wolverine. I don't know. I still want the Mayfix Wolverine, the brown suit one. Maybe that will be the definitive. I know they have the CT toys. So you could turn his arm around. Well, his biceps. All right. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm just making sure that my arms are not messed up. All right. Sorry. And then pinless, double jointed. Of course, I like the double jointed. I know the Gamerverse, they don't have double jointed, but it still looks good posed up. I was gonna have problems with it, but then I'm like, now I think about it, it actually doesn't look bad. Even double jointed or single jointed, it looks good either way when I notice it with the new Wolverine for the Gamerverse. Again, it's such a stupid name. Anyways, so very good. And then we got what kind of abs are these? Is this the N? Because it looks like an N. I know there's shapes of bodies that would look like a U or an N. Or, Oh, I apologize. Hold on. I had to catch my breath. Again, this Wolverine review is getting me a bit worked up. Then I realize I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it's the worst figure, but I'm still, okay, this little ab crunch, could put down very well, but back, but of course, you want that Wolverine action, yeah, like that. he moves very nice. He moves very smooth, and I like it. It feels good. But now we get to spin him. And that's, oh, wait. I guess the belt is glued on. Okay, good. Yeah. All right, not bad. Now you could pick up his legs. Not bad, pretty good. Pull it back, nah. Wait. Well, you will get a good range unless you would move your leg to a little bit to the left or right, like right next to the cheek. Damn, Wolverine! Look at them cheeks, by the way. Holy crap, Wolverine! I'm just kidding. Anyways, oh crap! I'm also seeing more extra paint messed up on the back. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to maybe get a new one. I don't know. Anyways, so pinless legs, good. Move the boot. I mean the legs right here. Well, the thighs. Double jointed, pinless. Very good. Boot swivel, which is first time my Wolverine has a boot swivel. Like I said, I don't get a lot of Wolverine figures. I was, but then I was like, that'd be a fucking waste of time. I wouldn't care. There's some people who would collect the most forgettable and most pathetic characters, and I'm like, hey, that's your collection. I'm happy for you. Even though I do love Wolverine, I don't need a lot of Wolverine. Maybe I'll be fine with like 4, because I know they're doing I think a reissue of the Weapon X that's coming out October, I think. I can't remember, but I know they're doing that. So you do get a nice swivel, which is good. Of course, the feet, you do get a good motion. So it's nice. And a bit details on the boots. Some little, what are these treads, right? Can't remember. Recorrect me if I'm wrong. Just around, not on the inside, but still good. Not bad. Now, I do have my problems with the figure. I didn't want to be those type of people that would just suck it up and be like, oh my god, it's the best Wolverine figure. Because I've seen people say that. Now, I do think it's a good Wolverine figure, but I don't think it's the best Wolverine figure. I want to say it's the best. In my collector brain, I will be happy play with this. Like, look, if I didn't do this review, I would be so happy playing with this around, have fun with it. It's just some of the paint jobs I'm a bit off about. Arm hair is the thing. I'm just like, sculpted arm hair, I'm okay, but you're not gonna paint it. Like, I'd rather just see it paint than just sculpt it at that point. And then of course, his head sculpt. It's like I said, if you look at it as a Wolverine head sculpt, it looks good. It looks very nice. But when you want to try to have an accurate look, how I showed you earlier on the box, yeah, it doesn't look very accurate to the source material of the show. But as a Wolverine figure, as a head, you'd be perfectly fine with this. I'm fine with this as like a Wolverine head. Now, those 3 problems. Also his lips. Well, that's part of his like face that I have problems. So still 3 problems. And I mean, the thing is, I do like how they didn't. I know sometimes with the Wolverines, you were able to just pull out their claws. I'm actually perfectly fine with this, because sometimes when you pull out the claws and put it back together, if you forgot which claws go where or whatever, then it would look messed up and a bit screwed up or whatever. But anyways, so I do want to put his see how he looks with his unmasked. It's funny because I'm still rewatching the 92 X-Men. And there's a scene where he has his costume on, but he doesn't have the cowl on. Maybe because he didn't have his mask. Maybe, but I noticed. I was like, huh. That's just a detail they forgot. Anyways, I wish they gave us like, I don't know, chicken something. They have enough space on this box. It might look small, but you could easily put like a extra hand and like a chicken or turkey leg, something for Wolverine to grab. I don't know. Since it's a reissue, you might as well be like, hey guys, we're gonna make this figure better. Now, it's still a good Wolverine figure. To be honest, I do think, hold on, I have my 97. Now, I do think the 97, I mean, not the 97, I apologize. What I meant to say was the Uncanny X-Men Wolverine body. Now, I want to do a bit head swaps before I rate this, because maybe some people want to look at this and some people want to see this, who knows. So, Age of Apocalypse, Uncanny. So yeah, I don't get like that much Wolverines. Like I said, I don't care. Some particular Wolverine stories I do love, and I know they did Marvel Legends of them, but some of the problems I heard about, I was like, So before we continue, I don't know. What's this? It looks weird. It looks awkward. Looks a bit off. See how it hangs right there, and then looks a bit normal, and then you turn it, and it, like, why does it hang so high? Why? Does that ever happen with any other Wolverine figures, or what's that? Unless you have him looking up like this, then the cowl just looks fine. Well, until you just look at that. So if you look at that part, it looks fine, but then, yeah. So, yeah, I'm probably not gonna have him with his cowl mask, but I would do a head swap, but, well, fuck it. I know the skin tone looks different. I wasn't gonna bother with it, but might as well. Huh. It looks good, but it's just the skin tone looks very off. Looks very weird. He is more pale than his skin tone's a bit dark. But, and then, wonder, maybe this, hold on. Now think about it. I don't know if this, okay. Okay, I don't think it's on tight, but alright, whatever. So, I think the skin tone matches, kinda. Hold on, because, yeah, this one's more pale. Yeah, his skin tone just a little bit matches it, so it's not bad, But maybe I could use hold on, where's that? Yeah, maybe I could use Logan's head sculpt for the Uncanny. Well, feels. I was gonna say loose, but since you really don't gotta worry about any colors or any like skin tones or anything like that, you'll be fine. So you just have your blues, your reds, and your yellows. So, and well, a bit of hint of black, but well, I guess silver, if you count that. But anyways, so not bad. It doesn't look bad, but curious about how the oh, see, huh? Skin. This one, okay, yeah. So, okay, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but surprisingly fits very well, as you can tell. And, huh. I'm actually a bit surprised. All right. So, like I say, you don't gotta worry about any skin tone, like how his skin tone looks off, like with the other ones. It looks good. Now, I wanna, maybe I was wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit tripping. Maybe. Not really tripping, guys. I'm not. But I'm just saying, maybe I'm a bit crazy, taking crazy pills. Maybe it's just the lighting. He's a bit light. Yeah. And then this Wolverine head sculpt just goes on. Doesn't even feel like it was a bit loose. But, of course, it's not supposed to be with that head sculpt. So, actually, I'm probably going to just leave it because That's not bad looking. So with this Wolverine, I do have some problems with it. Not a lot, just a little bit. Of course, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I don't think it's the best thing ever. I still think it's good, and good is enough for me. So what am I going to rate this? Because I know if your kid likes Wolverine, they're going to be a fan of this. If your, I don't know, husband is a fan or a wife is a fan of Wolverine, they're going to love this. Basically, teenagers, kids, adults, many people who love Wolverine, who's a big fan of Wolverine, you will love this figure completely. If you go to Target, make sure you don't have one that has a bad some paint messed up. Because like I said, my paint's a bit messed up. But it's only a little bit, but I still don't like it. But of course, when I'm just moving him around, I'm probably... Oh, his head just popped off. I'm probably not going to notice. So I'm going to probably forget about it and then not notice, because he still composed very well, very good. I like it. So what am I going to give him? I wish I could give him a 9 or a 10, but I'm just going to give him an 8. Just an 8, a solid 8. He's still nice to move around. He still looks good. He's still fun to pose. He still has that nice color. Well, I feel like... Oh, that sucks. I just noticed some shaving or paint, whatever, messed up on the boo. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do gotta find a new one. I don't know. Depends. But I am gonna give it an 8. You could do some different head swaps like I just did with this one. I don't know if I want to leave this on. Maybe not. But yeah, of course, with all these different Wolverines I would easily say this is the best one and the better one, with way better articulation and still good sculpt to it. So I do like it, and you don't get a lot of accessories though, but like some people don't care. I know that's fine, that's all right. But again, I feel like if it's a reissue, you might as well add more stuff to it. So I'm gonna give this a Wolverine figure an 8. It's still fun to pose around. You still have fun with it. If you don't review anything, if you don't care about that, you will love this. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all guys do enjoy this video. There's going to be more coming soon. Wherever y'all guys are in the, I don't know, morning, afternoon, night, I don't know. Wherever y'all are in the big world, I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful evening. And I hope y'all guys be safe with your families or friends. And I hope y'all guys have a wonderful time. Thank you.